He's got a gun! Run for it!
No, 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 you're
I
not
forgot
gonna
about these
destroy my
guys.
base.
Little, blinky lights. Oh, I'm planning to move in to, well, not really move in, but I'm planning to build an automated station on Europa. It's gonna have blackjack, and hookers.
Give me
Mainly
that
lots
shit.
of hydrogen. What?
Give me that shit. I want hookers. I need them. It's for my survival.
Nice. Why is this still rusty?
No.
Rusty.
Yep.
Bye-bye. Armor looks extremely scuffed.
I need to prepare
Oh well.
for war.
It reminds me of the Metallica song. Don't tread on me. Oh, hello, Luna. I'm doing okay. Hang on.
Me too.
I'm going to give yet another tour of the Sargasso Station, because sure, why not? It's hilarious. It's a tiny little place, but this is, what, the fourth time I've toured it? Welcome to Sargasso. We have snacks for some reason.
Yes, we love sarcasm.
And I didn't say this when you were on Soviet, or God. Oh, sorry, Courier, I don't keep doing that.
You are not the only one.
Well, still shouldn't. I
I
need to do
want
the
to.
trick I use for trans people, where I repeat their real name and their pronouns over and over in my head. That way I don't misgender them or use their dead name if I knew it. It's much easier if I don't know their dead name. But anyway, this guy has some preset phrases like "bay" and then "is available," and these guys have numbers. I know, right, Luna? And so what's great is, in theory, I could send a message that says "bay 779 is available."
Just give the number.
Well, the thing is, these things, you can't just send a custom message, so at least I don't think you can. It'll all be a lot easier if the programmable block lets you just set a message and then fire that message off. But what you can do is have all of your numbers pre-programmed. So if I say message 1, message 1, message 1, I've just sent the number 888. And this is my good buddy, the Charon.
And
It was
my
an
base
Atlas
is
drone.
restored.
Nice. It was my was 3, but now she's Atlas 3 Charon because she carries ships. Like, here's our little buddy, flaming wreckage. Oh, there's the chicklet. I moved a bunch of stuff to Sargasso. That's why it's called Sargasso, because a lot of stuff gathers in a Sargasso. But I moved these ships here. Well, we're not planning to junk these, but there's no reason to keep them by the trucker stop until we're ready to use them. Which is why the Charon very big. This one's got a super duper drive, so it can carry. It's made to shuttle things back and forth. This time around, I'm getting a helper drone. I'm going to do some incredibly ill-advised things. I love these guide beams. They don't work quite the way I would like, but they do track your ship. And they tell you, like, head this way. This is where you want to be. In a perfect world, they would lock on to you out at the warp point, out at the jump coordinate. And they'd be like, hey, here's the station you can't see yet. Okay, now they've lost me. And now I come back in. Look at that! It sends out a welcome message when it detects you. I love the confusion. It's like, welcome to Sargasso. We have snacks. For some reason.
Yeah. I need more ammunition. Oh, kurwa.
Why would a parking lot / junkyard have snacks?
Why not?
Well, there you go. I guess it's for emergencies. You get kelp crisps.
No, 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 no. That's my iron.
Is Brute Claw coming to steal your iron?
No, just some insects. Fucking insect. Da da da
What do
da
you
da
use
da.
the iron for? Maybe it's their shell.
No, they just wanna destroy my base.
Yeah, well, it's probably their planet. They're like, get out of our house, you bastard! Like those shark-infested waters. No, that's where they live, my guy. Unless it's an invasion species. You love all these... Did you love all these navigational hazards I created? Isn't that wonderful and terrible? I had this brilliant idea. Instead of cutting the block out and cutting out holes. I know, right? I recycled most of it, but we had all that burning wreckage. That's why I moved everything away, because when Aiden spawned in, he had so much trouble. Our sim speed was garbage. Let me see what it is now. Nice. But yeah, I had this idea that I thought was brilliant. Instead of cutting a channel into each ship to get at the prototech parts, I just cut the prototech parts free of the grid. Then I grabbed the grid with a hyperdrive and jumped away. And it left the block behind. It's beautiful. Of course, now we have to turn them into ships and put them where they're supposed to go. But that is an exercise for a later time. Now to do some ill-advised science.
Oops. I have even too much coal. And I need more power.
Doesn't everyone?
Yoink.
Well, I mean, you could do it. You just gotta use a light touch. Plus, whatchamacallums, prototech parts are tough. I've gotten into little arguments with them in the past, and they just get a little dinged up. As long as they don't punch all the way through the prototech plates.
Oh no.
Okay.
This is too much advanced. I don't know what to do.
Oh, also, I grabbed this ship out of deep space, and while I was there, I was like, yeah, I bet I could refurbish this thing. I have no idea why. I'm not going to use it, but it's here now. What's really neat... Airlock. Get me in the airlock. Come on, don't be like this. Ow! I can't get into my own ship!
The ship doesn't
Open.
like you, it seems.
Apparently not. Maybe it's Steve. See, we got all the modern conveniences. This is the dead guy that came with the ship. Boone said we should call him Steve. Ooh, I can name it. Nope, I cannot. Womp womp.
Oh, finally. And what
Hydrogen
is wrong?
thrusters are good for you. You just have to watch out. You just have to watch your fuel. They're really powerful. Really powerful. But yeah, I added a bunch of little. I mean, the weird thing was this had a cabin, but it wasn't airtight. I'm like, well, why are you gonna build a cabin if it's not gonna be airtight, my guy? What's the point of that? Huh. Well, that's because you only had hydrogen thrusters facing backwards. You need dragon cages. And I'm not just saying that because I get a kickback from Big Dragon Cage. Righty.
Huh. What do you
Aircraft.
mean, no control in zero gravity?
Yeah, I'm curious about that one. I don't. Maybe you could clarify that one? Why does the. This is obviously junk. Thrusters. Well, they're really powerful, Luna. Really powerful.
I'm not so sure about it.
We lifted Starfolly. That little tiny ship was able to lift was able to lift over a kiloton on the moon and move it around easily. That's pretty intense for such a tiny little ship.
Okay, I'm getting angry.
Gyro.
No, you little piece of shit, you're gonna die. Stop destroying my factory.
Oh, better. Huh. I've not had that problem unless I am. Well, like I said, I think you just didn't really have thrusters in all directions. That's key. You gotta have at least small thrusters in every direction. And I'm not sure that ship had them. Sometimes the copter ships don't. Like that blue ship I showed you down there, it didn't have a forward hydrogen thruster. It just didn't. Okay, that's weird then. I don't know.
Let's do the new one.
Okay, this is gonna be a fun time. Especially because this ship has not very controllable.
Oops.
Perhaps a slight dragon cage would help. It's weird. Ah! Stupid drone.
Yeah, I know. Give me a break.
Be strange. Oh well. I like hydrogen. They're really, really powerful and they work for all occasions.
Okay, you asked for it. I'm gonna destroy your homes.
We can put on ion thruster. Yeah, unfortunately, this guy doesn't really have a spot for a dragon cage. They're big. That's the downside. It's super weird that it wouldn't stay still. I don't know what to tell you there.
Is this all you can do? Don't worry, I have enough ammunition for all of you.
Righty. Let's move
I'm
this.
still alive.
Oh, I added some servers to your ship. So we can do things like auto dock. Or not auto dock, auto door. You can have airlocks. Yeah, I kind of figured you meant ion. Oh, I see how it is. This is going to be a terrible plan. We're gonna make it work. Or smash everything. Either one.
Ah, what a nice meat grinder.
I just like Deadpool when he had the pistol, and he's like, "Dang, I only have 7 bullets. You're gonna have to share."
Not anymore. I have an assault rifle. And
I
over
have a
100
machine gun.
magazines.
I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho.
Ooh. Die
Die
Hard,
Hard.
Part 1.
Yeah, very good.
It's a classic.
Oh. I love that in Rick and Morty they imply that every race out there comes up with their own basically Die Hard by another name, that's really fun. I think I drained them all. Yes, Luna. I'll have to double check, but I think so. Alignment is something interfering? Am I bumping something? Let me double check. Wait. The only building. Oh, there's no way. I'm just. Oh, it's the thing holding it. That's why.
Ah, I'm making progress.
Yeah, I mean, I would advise against that. No, keeping one inside the ship makes sense. You could actually replace it with a smaller hydrogen tank if that's all you want.
Oh no.
Doodly-doo. A-doo-doo-dee-dly-doo. Okay. Now.
Oh, an Another one.
It'd be a wonderful mod if you could set
Oh no.
the
No 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 no.
If you could set the grind depth.
And I'm dead.
Okay.
I need more ammunition. I can fix that.
Number 8. Need to go one up from the bottom. I don't know why I did that.
Ay caramba.
Okay. Nice. Now I cut this one free. It's this thing. That's what I need.
Okay.
That's
I'm gonna
what
start a new
wagon
game.
says.
Well. No. That happened. What the hell? Oh. Again and better.
Going to have to lower that. As much as I like listening to you, it is distracting my brain.
Uranium.
There. Okay. Some kelp crisps. I need a mod that instead of the crunching noise, it says om nom 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 nom.
Uh, this is not funny. Not funny.
Okay. Next on my shopping list is batteries. This battery has a plate on the bottom. Some damn fool went and put all these parts here in one super close place.
Where are you?
What the hell? Like I accidentally cut a block I shouldn't have. That's fun.
I accidentally cut something. Hmm. What can be wrong? What can happen, right?
Well, now this piece is completely fallen away.
Never mind, there will be a new one.
That looks good. Because I have no depth perception.
I'm bored. I don't know what to do.
That looks close enough. That's funny. I was just thinking that I don't need that merge block. Why do I?
I'm gonna play something else. But what? Hmm. Maybe achieved victory? How's that?
We're out of superconductors. We need superconductors and the parts for superconductors. Where are you? Come on, brain. A little repair troll. There you are.
This one.
I don't know how. Part of the problem is that the FSD for the large grid takes up so many of them. Yeah, we're gonna have to get more gold. I bought some gold from a store. Oh, woo! That playing almost got me. Okay.
Well, that was another happy landing.
Oh,
You should ask your friends for help. I think that's a bad idea. I'm not comfortable answering that.
wow! I am just not
I'm not
having a great
comfortable
day.
answering that.
See ya, idiot.
Get wrecked, idiot. Okay, now that's back in play.
Okay, what? I need compass.
Now, let's try this one more time. We
Ooh,
could
food.
try fitting one of these. Oh no, those are little jump drives. They're not FSDs.
Let's check.
What am I looking?
What's here? Food?
Oh crap! Very carefully. You, it'll never be in your favorites. I don't know why. It has to be, you have to manually add it in every time. Or you can go to previous,
Ouch.
previous game and try that. One of the plugins on my screen cap that I showed you does this. It creates this thing, Easy Server Connect. Yeah, it just doesn't do that for some reason. Like I said, I like this plugin, Easy Server Connect. And right now I only have one server on it. Don't need any more. Wait, you can't see that. But there's a plugin called Easy Server Connect, and it gives you some basic bit bops to beep boop that will take you to your favorite servers.
Hmm.
Ow. I'm gonna go with my big welder. Or grinder, I mean. Wow. It'll be gone next time. I've tried that several times myself. Yeah, it's a bug in Space Engineers.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you should get one. You know how I put a screenshot of all the plugins I use? One of the ones you should grab. I recommend all of them, but the one you should definitely grab is Easy Server. That nets you a list of your a list. Basically, it's like your favorites, but it actually works. Okay. Is that a grid will split type warning? No, it isn't. So I don't care. Oh, I leveled her out this time, I think. Pretty close.
Okay, lesson.
Just don't cut this thing away, obviously,
Oh,
otherwise
what
you'll
is this?
lose
Give
connection.
me shit.
This thing. This guy here. Be careful with that. Alrighty, where am I? Where aren't I?
Somewhere in space, definitely you are.
That's good. Hooray!
Welcome. Speak.
My brain is fried.
How is that?
Yeah, from my view, she's sideways, sort of.
Okay, that's weird.
She's definitely not straight on, for sure.
Oh, no, definitely. Not level. Not level.
Not level at all. Wonder if that's the gravity generator doing something.
No, I just didn't do a great parking job when I put it there. I could have fixed it, but I was like, whatever.
Well, that happened last time, though. You placed her straight on, and then she just kind of pivoted on her axis for some reason.
I don't remember that, but sure, why not? I do remember her just drifting away. Kinda wondering if Aiden accidentally or intentionally uncoupled the thing.
Well, you brought her back the first time, and you were sitting there inside it, and I think you were outside of it, and you watched it rotate, and you were like, why is it doing that? And we were just like, we have no idea.
Huh, I vaguely recall that. Like I said, the thing I really recall was when it was slowly drifting away from the station after being carefully connected.
I remember that too. That was a little after it rotated, and I think
No,
A, it didn't get locked in, or it just decided, yeah, I'm flying away.
I'm pretty sure it got locked in. I'm wondering if Aiden had something to do with that.
Maybe.
Hopefully not on purpose. But, whatever. No harm done.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if my ship was just being jank.
Probably haunted.
Honestly, anything I think that me and you use are just haunted.
You're way better at that than I am. You can appear in 2 places at once. That's not the first time you've done that, by the way. I have a photo of you in 2 places by the jump pack. Oh, also, complete topic shift, you should check out the Protostar, because it's your ship now. I actually changed
I've been
the
in it.
ownership.
I've been in it.
Alright, well, I actually changed the
You
ownership.
said you needed superconductors, right?
Yeah.
I have like 800 in my one of my containers.
Okay, that's weird that they're not getting pulled in then.
They're not connected to the main grid system.
Nah, that would do it.
They're from
Right.
the previous, the one that I built on my ship in the first place, and then I didn't know what to do with it. I just kind of let it sit there.
Ah, okay.
But I can move them to the main container.
You could put cargo containers here, but then again, I'm not sure what this ship is going to be for. You'd know more about that than I would.
I haven't fully decided myself, honestly. It's got a lot of remodeling to go through.
Yeah, well, you just kind of let inspiration guide you. See what? Just get into a
Hence
flow
why
state.
I think the biggest thing that needs changed is removing the hydrogen tanks first,
Yeah,
which
no,
will
that'll.
open up a lot more, like, building space.
If you were a crazy space god, you could put 2 prototech thrusters. 2 prototech thrusters!
Yeah, but then they take up all the space for, like, other things.
Yeah, that is true. You could put just one in on like the port side, and then people would be like, "Luna, what are you doing?" You'd be like, "My ship. I do what I want."
Because I know we still need to add a thingy. Jump drive.
Yep.
And then,
Yeah.
a few other, like, quality of life things.
I need to get this ship. I need to get this guy together so I can drill up some. Gold.
And I realized the biggest thing that was, like, in the way of that was the friggin' massive hydrogen tanks on the side. And the massive hydrogen thrusters. And I'm just like, yep, they can go. Bye.
That's those parts stripped away. Ooh.
And I like the bit where you're like, I don't know where you'd put those ion thrusters. And I'm like, well, I did repair both wings. So now I'm just like, well, put big one there and a big one there. There are some still holes around here, I think.
Yeah, we'll have to either patch those up or
like there's some holes down here where I could put thrusters along it.
you could put 2 small ones here and here on either side. You know me, I tend to like having big ones I tend to like having the same thrust in every direction, so I don't have to worry about which direction I'm facing, but for this ship, I'm not sure you need that. You might.
I looked, and I tried to put a second thruster here, and I zoomed out to look at it, and I'm just like, that looks ugly.
Oh, one facing forward? Really?
Yeah, I've tried that, and I looked at it, and I'm just like, that doesn't look very good.
What if you rotated them 90 degrees so they're more like fins? Something to think about.
I've never considered it.
We're gonna need a lot more platinum.
Platinum?
We're gonna need a lot. Well,
pretty
actually, we
sure-
have a fair amount of platinum, but we're gonna need a
Pretty
lot
sure
of
a lot
stuff.
of this. I'm pretty sure a lot of the stuff we brought back had a ton of platinum.
That's all at the the South Pole on the moon. It's been scrapped. It hasn't been brought back yet. I was going to, and then I got into an argument with an asteroid, and Spoon had to reset the server, and I haven't been back yet to see how far back in time it's gone. I lead a complicated life in space.
Yes, you do.
Where so much to do, but at least things are happening in order now. I have the Sargasso station up and running.
Well, I could technically remove this tank as long as I place something to connect to the pipe.
Yes, you could. You just, I was only saying be careful when you, I guess I did told you not to cut that away, but what I really meant was don't cut it away before you attach it. And remember, these guys only have mounts on the top and the bottom. They only have mounts on the narrow side, so don't try to stick a cube on one of the wide sides or it'll just float away. Sucks. But it is what it is. And it isn't what it isn't. Huh. You know, if you kept some of those hydrogen tanks, you could put a prototech reactor in there. Not sure why you'd want one, but you could. 400 megawatts that runs on hydrogen.
I don't know why I'd use one.
Yeah, neither do I.
What?
Your big ion thrusters might need more power. I think you only have a little reactor in here and some battery.
I have 2 little reactors in here, actually.
You should probably, if you're gonna have a jump drive, you're gonna probably want more juice. You might actually want to think about a prototech reactor. We have several. We have 2 docked here, and then I think there's at least one sort of floating freely in the navigation field.
You're gonna be late.
Do you think this will keep it in place?
Let me see. No, you can't bond.
Yeah, I had a
to
feeling it would.
these. What you want is this. Oh, here. Dink. Dink.
Oh.
Dink.
Oh, that's what you meant. That's what I thought. That's what I was thinking. Was
Yeah,
attaching it
and
to the actual...
There. Now
building.
it's attached to the frame. At least it should be. Yeah, if you cut the hydrogen tank, you'll lose connection to the system for a while, but you will keep this connector. It won't float away. Where was I?
Here's to the hope it doesn't float away.
Well, it shouldn't. That's another thing. You really need build info as a plugin. That's like a super important one. And among other things, it gives you a red box around anything if you're about to split a grid.
Well, it's floating there. I'm just not gonna bump into it.
No,
Or move it.
no, it's connected. At least it should be. These blocks, these steel plates should hold it in place. It's attached to your frame. As long as you don't.
I
cut
just know
the-
I know the one that touches the station, the trucker stop itself, is it's like tilted on an angle.
Yeah, that's not part of the
It's not
station.
fully in line with the station, which I thought might just mean it's not actually fully connected.
It's not connected at all to the station. Even though they're touching, they're not connected.
That's
but you
why I was
still
concerned
have...
it might drift away.
Nope, you still have the connector, and the connectors are still locked. As long as those connectors are locked, you're good. Although you could just turn your ship into a station until you're ready to move it.
I might do that, honestly, because it might be better off. Now that it's, like, holding still.
That that NPC energy going on here. Round and around and around. Okay, I need to get these batteries into position.
There, I clicked convert to station.
Hooray!
This thing's actually got a ton of batteries on it, which surprises me. The only other thing that I think takes up a ton of space is this refinery.
Okay, again?
It's got a refinery?
Yeah, it's got a huge refinery in the center.
Oh yeah, so it does.
Takes up like most of the space in the middle.
So this thing looks more like an exploration ship. At least right now. Oh, it's got a lot of assemblers too.
Yeah, it's got 2 on each side, yep.
Maybe it's a support ship? I don't know.
Potentially.
Hello,
So-
ironically, if it is, you shouldn't have gotten rid of those hydrogen tanks then.
Yeah, but I don't want to go into atmosphere that much.
Well, no, you'd keep the...
Especially with something this big.
Yeah, well, no, the reason I was saying, and it wasn't geared for that anyway, it would need more down thrust unless you want to land backwards. Which is...
Well, it had... I think it had 3 or 4 underside thrusters per side.
Really?
I forget how many. There were a ton. There were several.
I
removed them.
see. They would have been attached to the assemblers.
They would have been attached to the assemblers and the stuff that connected the hydrogen tanks.
No, the reason I was saying you shouldn't have gotten rid of the hydrogen tanks if you were going to be a support ship is other ships could dock to you and refuel.
Ah. Well, there still is the big one in the center. There is still that one I left inside.
Yeah. I think that could regenerate the...
Where is it? Over here?
I think that could refill the mercenary 2 times or 3, maybe. I can't remember.
Forget, I think it's like 10 million or something? Isn't it?
It's either
look.
10 or 6.
Oops.
Refinery. Small oxygen, no, it's a small oxygen tank.
Yeah, see, this is another reason to get that plug-in. If you hold up an object, the big thing it does is tell you right next to the object here. Like, this is projector, non-targetable, airtight pass-through.
It's got 1 million.
Really? That's small?
I forget how much the other ones carried. I think they were like 15 or something. Each.
Oh, you're talking about a small one. Yeah, those small ones are worthless. Yep, the big ones have 15 megaliters.
I mean, not horrible.
It'll be enough to refill people, but, like, for example, it wouldn't even fill the Starfall 8 tank one.
Maybe like small drones.
That's a possibility. Or missiles, although where you would put missiles on there, I'm not sure.
Alright. A kurwa.
Battery plus
Robotus. Nope. Yes, he's trying, of course. Or you can try my subgrid technology. That's not true. It works for me. Right? It's about let's go. Uh, yeah. Every drone is terrible. Hmm. Did any of you try the Space Engineers 2? And actually, the only reason why I would buy Space Engineers 2 is the water physics. Finally, you can float your enemy. Wait, there is more?
Roll to the floor, and I fly back up to the ship, all the way through the airlock, walked around and fell through the same fucking hole!
Why
Sounds
are
like
you
you.
doing that?
It was great and terrible. What game is that? Is that War Thunder?
Yes.
Oh, I've heard good things about that game. Don't think I'd
Only
want to
when
play
you
that.
know how to play it.
No, I don't. I was just gonna say I don't think it's my cup of tea, but it does look neat. I love watching. A lot of people will do shorts for about dogfight.
I have some
There's more
shorts.
pirates. There's pirates.
There's a mining carriage, but the thing is, I don't have any gunships, and that's not entirely by accident because I kept getting distracted by piracy.
You don't have gunships, but you have some warships.
Nope, I left my ship over by the moon. Why can't I make this work? Ah,
Yeah.
I hate this drone.
Then destroy it.
I need it. I don't have any other drones for manipulators.
There we go.
Alright.
Now there's no holes in the floor. There's holes in the wall, though. What do I do here? Could technically expand the hangar.
Oh, maybe you could actually put something in it. I'm telling you though, that thing isn't really thick enough. Like if you doubled its height, then you could have an actual ship. For example, you could park something like the Mercenary, Starfall. Can't do that right now.
What is the... That is a frame shift drive.
I would use one of the upgraded drives. They're way more powerful. Draw more power.
There's the S7 frame shift and D5 frame shift.
One of them is for large grid, one of them is for small grid. I can't keep them, I can never keep them straight. Frame shift drive is a good idea. You can try small grid frame shift drive on a rotor. Sometimes they work, and sometimes the frame shift drive is a bit of a princess. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it's like new.
I had some great experience with frameshift drive. But from Elite Dangerous.
It is literally just big. Yeah, I think. So this thing's about 3 blocks tall. It literally just reaches up to the roof. Interesting. Let's just get one placed.
Well, motherfucker.
Yeah, I can't. It's just too tall.
Come over here.
You could fit a Mark III or even a Mark IV of the upgraded drive in here. Really will need more power though. Either a large reactor or a prototech reactor. And the problem with the prototech reactor is it runs on hydrogen. I don't know how long a little hydrogen tank will keep it going.
Well, if I stick it like that, it
Don't
fits.
Nothing
Oh, yeah.
happens to you. I'm just gonna shoot you out of the sky.
As far as a frame shift drive goes, like I said, I would try to use the small grid as a subgrid, because the small grid one will do just as much as the large grid, but it uses a lot less power and a lot less components. You could also use the Prototech small grid FSD. That's what the friendship is.
This is that reactor, yeah? Fusion reactor.
Yes. Yeah. Well, like I
don't want to
said,
rely on hydrogen though.
I was gonna say you'd have to put at least one of those large hydrogen tanks back. You could do it. Your ship would definitely be asymmetrical at that point, but you could stuff a large grid hydrogen tank in here if you remove this plating again. You could put one of those back and then stick a prototech reactor behind
No
it.
way.
Or maybe the other way around.
I'm victorious.
One downside to large hydrogen tanks in general is that they're bombed. The small ones
Yeah.
just fracture, but the big ones explode. Luca the guy figured out that they could be used as adjustable warheads, depending on how
I
much
like
hydrogen you
warheads.
put in them. Of course, everyone liked warheads.
Especially nuclear warheads.
So I might focus on this thing, energy low. Yeah, after I build the lunar temple, my next idea is a beanstalk on Europa. Not at the
And
North
what
Pole.
about building a bridge from every moon to every planet?
We'll leave that as an exercise for you.
What do you mean?
One of the other projects I thought about but decided not to do is an equatorial ring around the moon of solar panels.
Ooh.
And maybe a few other things, obviously. But that way, part of it would always have power. I did pick a spot at the North Pole, or near the North Pole of Europa. It should have sunlight most of the time, and yet it will not be cursed. And I stuck a rotor on it to be sure.
The interior.
I'm telling you, you probably want to just duplicate this shape in a new ship.
Yeah, but then that's so much more work. I have to put the whole thing back together and start from scratch. And I suck at starting from scratch.
You know the feeling. Mercenary is
I
probably
can't build
the best.
anything without like a baseline to build off of. Otherwise, it just is gonna look like a hodgepodge mess.
Well, that's why I say copy this general design. Like, just like leave this thing in place until you built something you like, and then scrap this one. Although, I mean, this does have some sentimental value too. But, you know, you could grind the bottom off this, and then build downward. You'd lose the control panel, but you probably want to replace that anyway. There's way better things than this vanilla control. Especially if you get a different plugin, you really ought to get more of the plugin. One of them lets you have live camera feed. So you could have a bunch of screens around you with backup cameras, side cameras, things like that. Very nice.
What
Frame
if I
rate
shifted
not great,
this up one?
but you don't really need.
What if I... I'd almost have to expand it outward one block in all directions.
A skilled pilot could, maybe. But, maybe you can land. I've seen a guy fly an A-10 Warthog with most of one wing missing.
I don't know where to start with this.
That's a tricky part. Well, you might want to have more. I still say you should just build a skeleton that looks like this one, but is larger.
I really think it, like, I think it might just need to go out one more block from the center.
In every direction? Or
Yeah,
at
literally
least
just
downward?
every direction. Pop out one more block. At
Oh,
least one more block.
well, like I said, I wouldn't remodel this one to do that. I would build a new one with next to this one. I build a new one next to this one. So that way you can refer back to it as you go. You could also try filling out. I have an older ship. You could try filling it out. It's mostly hollow. Enable mode tools. Check this out. Harbin. Harbinger 3. It'd be good to have her actually fly. Yes, I know it contains some blocks. It's going to take a second to stream in. I put it in the worst possible place, of course. But this is the old Harbinger. Got a nice airlock hangar. Big front end this front end used to be a gravity gun
Yeah,
before
this reminds me of the other ones that we've stolen. Just I don't know what else to say to everything else.
yeah. I don't
There's a
know.
lot of thrust and a lot of doors and a lot of open out conveyors. Just a
Well,
lot of everything.
these used to have turrets. They could be docking places for drones or missiles. This front part, it uses ion engines like you like. This front part was originally a gravity gun, but it could be a launch bay for missiles. You could fab missiles inside it and either hurl them out the front or shoot them out the side. Yes, it does have a lot of turrets. It has a lot of. The reason you made me think of it is it has a lot of interior space, especially if you get rid of some of the old stuff that doesn't make any sense anymore.
Like what?
This whole thing underneath the superstructure doesn't make a lot of sense. This isn't terrible, but it's mostly, yeah. This blocky thing here.
It definitely loves its frame shift drives, that's for sure. They're jump
Oh,
drives.
no, those are jump drives. Well,
Yeah, I had to get
mean,
close to remember that they weren't frame shift.
it's
It loves its jump
massive.
drives apparently.
It's massively heavy, so because it's mostly heavy armor. Uh,
Is it really?
well, yeah, which is funny because it was originally designed to be a ship that stands off a long way from the fight and mail orders you death.
That's interesting for a ship like this, yeah.
Like, why does it need heavy armor if it's being shot at? Things have gone wrong. But now that doesn't work anymore. The most you could fire something away is 3 kilometers, I think. I don't
Now
know.
this thing looks like it's ready to beat a tank in its own fight.
Yes. I love the superstructure and the way it looks kind of ominous. And the RDOS livery actually works with this thing. It doesn't look so hideous. It would need some remodeling and some of the stuff needs to be gotten rid of. I don't know. It's
Looks
up
like
to
a
you.
lot needs done.
Oh yeah, no. Well, like I said, that's what made me think of it. Is the inside's basically hollow. There was a lot of stuff in here originally, but some of it's not is mods we don't have, and some of it is stuff I just didn't like anymore. And yeah, it's up to you.
Hmm.
It is a
I have a
ready-made hull for you to fill out, and it's
I
much
have a
more
lot to
room than
figure
what you
out.
had. Plus, it'd be a
Okay.
lot of resources We could pull it out of a weld grid. But, like I said, it's up to you.
This is a lot of my brain hurts from all the stuff.
Well, like I said, we probably want to hollow out most of it. What isn't already hollow. There's a
She looks like
refinery
she's just
in
ready
here
to go
somewhere.
kill everything.
Oh, he's the harbinger. Brings death. At one point, I had an idea that she would be a missile ship with a
What?
bunch
No.
of drones that I called basilisks, because if they could see you, you were dead. Because they communicate back to the ship, and it would fire missiles, and the missiles would home in on you and kill your whole face. And with formation flying script, you could have them, like you could have 20 of the drones at the points of an icosahedron, you know, at D20. And they'd be
Yeah.
flying around the ship in a cloud. Picket drone.
Mm.
Like I said,
Almost.
up to you.
You know, you could almost, if you shaped it right, could have made like a Venator from Star Wars.
Huh. Maybe that's where I got the inspiration? I don't know.
Because honestly, if you take the two sides over here, this one and that one, and then just kind of winged them out, and then narrowed it to a point up here at the front, you could have a Venator.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the front end was the gravity gun. Back when those made sense. Back when you could damage things with floating objects. There was a single one in the center that hurled, that popped a stone out, and then there were ones on the sides that gave you a shotgun attack. Just like, here, have a bunch of stones. All the stones.
Give me the stones.
You could. I wonder. Could put a bunch of railguns right here,
Oh, yes, railguns on the front. I like that.
and
You
then just
like
have them all set up so they fire in unison.
Yep.
Blow ships in half.
And a bottle of rum.
You could also replace some of these turrets with custom turrets that have the,
Ještě vejš.
Actually, you
Je to
don't even need to
maximum.
do that. If you use the warfare
A bude v
turrets, they
pohodě.
have, there are warfare turrets that have, what do you call it? They fire assault cannon. So they do a
Yeah,
pretty
I
good.
have on mine. Mine's got warfare turrets on it.
Ooh, this thing's big enough. Originally, it had rail guns. That's what this is for. That's what this port right here is for. There was a railgun sitting here. You could use warfare railgun turrets, the big double ones, like the Protostar has. You could
The
fit a lot of stuff
warfare,
inside
the
this.
twin rail cannon.
Uh-huh. The ones that are guarding this asteroid. You could put them on this thing because it's so big. Up to you. I feel like it gives you a lot more space to work with, especially if you hollow out the stuff underneath the bridge here.
There's a lot going on. Also, maybe it's the colors. Maybe the colors are also messing with my head.
Feel free to repaint it if that'll help. I mean, we're gonna have to erase it and build it, you know, in regular mode.
Oh,
But,
that sucks.
well, I
Give me
mean,
a
we
second.
could just spawn it in, but that doesn't seem very nice. I think Spoon might raise an eyebrow at that, and he might take away my space powers. I need my space powers, Luna.
Is she gonna do it?
But,
Did
no,
you say it was a gift to Luna? It's a Luna's passion project.
yeah. Well, like I said, feel free to repaint it now if that'll help. Just slap a different color on it so you can see it better and stuff.
I forget how to paint stuff.
Take a cube, go to P and select the color you want, and then touch the cube to the object and hit Control
I
Shift
guess she's not.
and I think middle mouse? Yes. That will repaint the entire grid.
Ooh, Finlandia.
Right. Like I said, I need a mod that changes the eating sound to nom 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 nom.
Like in Minecraft?
Yeah. Or no, maybe actually just someone. Like, it would just be me saying, nom, 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 nom. Real quiet. Or maybe, I think that originally comes from Cookie Monster. You could get the Cookie Monster sound effect. That'd be great.
It actually looks really pretty in purple.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, that is. Well, the good news is it won't be that hard to pull it out of a weld. And we won't, like, the hull, we don't have to, like, build the hull piece by piece.
It's expensive. I did expensive.
Yep.
With some of the jump, the endless number of jump drives.
We wouldn't need all those. A single Mark IV would probably. And it might even have room for the crazy jump drives that I've been thinking of. It turns out that if you put jump drives on subgrids, you can use them one at a time. And I used event blocks so that when you use the jump drive and its power level is below 100%, it pops out of the side of the ship like a piece of toast, and these exhaust ports on it start shooting out steam. So it's like the jump drive needs to be exposed to space so that it can cool itself off. And then when it's fully charged again, it flips back in. And they let you do short jumps because they don't go all at once.
I wonder what the good size comparison is to the Protostar. I think this is much bigger than the Protostar.
Hang on, let me move it.
I could probably fit the Protostar in that.
Well, definitely not. But hang on a second. Oh, that was the wrong button. But it's okay. It's okay. I can paste it back in and you can repaint it that purple color.
MG ready.
Yeah, I could totally fit the Protostar in there.
You're right!
If I
Oh
hollowed
my
it
God.
out, I could fit the Protostar in that.
Where are you?
Give me a second. Why won't it
The
rotate?
Protostar also is definitely dwarfed in terms of weaponry.
It's just... Oh, it's because I have the wrong one.
Although it does use warfare guns, which are a lot cooler.
Yeah, well, you can replace the... Hang on, let me... Oh, I did beep-boop the right bit out. I thought I accidentally deleted it. But instead, I cut it, and now I'm pasting it back in. It's only gonna take 1,000 years.
Oh, jeez.
I'm in
Oh, it put it
cover.
in sideways. Okay.
Yeah. Wow, you're right. It's what, twice as long as the Protostar?
I
Yeah,
could
you could-
totally fit the Protostar in here.
You could fit a lot of guns. And you could fit something like the Mercenary in the back here. You could store the Mercenary and a Star Volley for service. And all of her tools. Like, so if your ship gets broken down, you just fly out the service ship and fix it.
What's funny is I could take this out to one of those unidentified signals. Now, probably even just as it is, I could probably take it out to an unidentified signal, fully loaded, and it could take one of those by itself.
Definitely. Especially if you upgrade it.
Hollow, like just hollow, like you could still take it.
You're right. If you gave it power, it just I don't know if it has gyros right now. It used to have these special spiffy gyros. Ooh, you could load it up with Prototech gyros.
And I could load it up with a reactor, one of the Prototech reactors.
Yep. You'd need a couple of hydrogen tanks, big ones for fuel, but you could have those.
She's hollow. I mean, and especially if I if I wanted to, I could take the idea of building a Venator, and I just shoot out the sides a little bit. I could definitely fit tanks in there.
Nice. Hell, you could probably.
And if I was crazy enough, I could fit 2 friggin' Prototech thrusters in this thing too.
Yes, you could, and you could have there's room for nice angling here. Well
Yeah.
then, we could
installed one probably should have one, I think.
Alright, well, get rid of this one then. What? Actually, no, let me blue this so it's got that nice color already. But, anyway, alright, let's see. This one, yes, need a weld. That's big enough. Alright, better turn off space magic. That's all space magic gets into trouble.
Just space magic the ship just straight into the trucker stuff.
Oh my god.
Now we are now one.
Yeah. When I moved, one of my first game, I took Big Red out with its inertial dampers off, so I ended up 50 clicks away from our base. Had no idea what was going on. So I'm just building stuff out, and then I used that old tool, one that you can manipulate maps. Just change. I just changed the coordinates of everything. To 0, 0, 0 or whatever, and I ended up with a bunch of ships overlapping each other, and I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
like-
fun.
Like,
I
this is
stand
fun.
victorious.
Alright. Hang on. We need the utility ship. Because...
I think the biggest problem is the weld grid's so small.
Yeah, well, that's why I need this
And the
utility
ship's
ship.
so wide.
Yep, and the weld grid is so close to everything else. We need to move the weld grid almost.
Yeah, the weld grid, I think, yeah, I hate how centralized it is.
Yeah.
It makes it so hard to, like, maneuver and do stuff because you're so worried about hitting everything else.
Exactly. Warm up this craft.
Machine gun ready for action.
Come on, brain, work with me here.
We've been hit.
Work with me, brain, and my brain's like,
A
no,
little
I
help
don't
here.
wanna.
MG ready.
I remember when I played on a solo run and I friggin' turned a red,
Guys,
just like red warship into a
I need
mining
help.
ship.
Oh yeah, Big Red! Oh man, you know they sell the original Big Red for $1 million billion.
Fuck yourself, bastard.
What you call it? It's at the shipyard. I'm like, I like nostalgia, but come on, my guy. Who's paying that? Who's got that kind of cash?
Thing looked cool.
Oh yeah.
And I only got to see half of it because the other front half was like gone. Who doesn't love a cool warship?
Yep, Big Red had. Big Red was a good base for things. You know, you could adapt it to a lot of different stuff.
They used. I always like when they use like the red, the blue, and the green groups and stuff for things. Especially like the asteroid-based one and everything else.
Oh yeah, I remember that original. I never really used the. I don't think I ever really used the green.
I like to mess around and stuff.
Prototype something. Battery.
I suppose I could always just close this ship up and kind of leave it somewhere.
We got the Sargasso station now.
She could always
Or-
be just like left as like a memory
Yep.
because I don't really have much to do with it.
We should get a cargo into the station. We've got so many superconductors. Definitely. Yikes!
Victory!
Okay. Now I just need these gyroscopes, and I can pull the rest of this thing
I
out of
think
the
I
weld.
emptied the valuable stuff. Let me check. I think the superconductors was the valuable stuff I removed. Oh no, she's got prototype panels sitting inside of her. I forgot about those.
Oh yeah, those are valuable.
Like 500 of them, I think.
I'm gonna use the cheap grinder. Okay.
There's a
Says
lot of
it's
untouched power cells.
nice. I am excited for that, to open the garbage. Also rename it. Oh, fine.
I'm just trying to think of like what would I name
Names are hard.
it. I mean, even now, I'm like, I still question the names for this thing. I'm like, did I name this one?
Astromare is kind of cool, or Astromare, whichever one it is. I like that.
Look that up.
Ooh, you could call the big one that's Slipnir, the Odin's eight-legged horse.
You know, whenever I hear Odin, I always think of the one thing from Final Fantasy. Which Final Fantasy game? 13, I think it is.
I've heard that they end up killing gods a lot. And to be fair, like, some of the gods I've read about, even the Christian God I've takes some explaining. Go through some general program. Why, there's a whole thing called theodicy, where you're trying to explain how God is omnipresent, omnibenevolent, and omniscient. Why do bad things happen to good people? Why is there evil? It's a hard problem.
I think my biggest problem is I'm not religious. I'm 100%.
No worries. There was a time when I would have proselytized badly to you, but I don't. Besides which,
And
what if I'm totally wrong?
and I look at everything from the realistic, scientific side. If God really cared, He wouldn't let us get hurt. That's how I see it. If God really cared, He wouldn't let us die. He wouldn't let us get hurt.
Well, if you want to hear my thoughts on that, I could always tell you, but,
And I don't like to put down people's beliefs and stuff, but I always like to look at the realistic sense of why would a God let their followers get hurt? That doesn't make sense.
there's a combination of answers in mind. One part is that this isn't a perfect universe, it's just the best universe that can be self-consistent. And self-consistent universe that doesn't run on magic will give you things like cancer and parasites in your eyes. And so God technically could just magic everything, but then the universe wouldn't run in a thing we could understand. We could learn. You can't learn anything when there's always a mysterious figure going, magic, 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 magic. Another thing is that even an omnipotent being can't make a four-sided triangle. It's just impossible. There's certain things that are logically impossible for even a god. And then I think another part of it is just free will. A lot of the problems we have come from other people. And, God interferes only in small ways in that area. Mostly acting through other people, being like, hey, you should help this guy.
Oh, I forgot
That's my thing. Is that it's a combination of giving us faith, and if that means we hurt ourselves, well, that's that's how it works. It's painful, but
And like, there's another case. Like I scroll on YouTube a lot through shorts, and I always see this stuff about like Jehovah's Witness and stuff. I'm like, why would you do that? You're basically just saying, yeah, I want to die. Thanks.
what bothers me is that there are people in government who believe that they have to bring on the apocalypse. But Jesus will not come back until they have caused the end of the world. And I'm like, No, how about no? I mean, I'm a chaos god. I don't, even I don't.
I mean, I occasionally question the idea. Hey, I'd like to end the world. It'd be awesome, honestly.
Another iteration of me almost did that. I was like, wow, there's a lot of suffering here. This is a prison. I should blow this place to hell. And then everyone would be free. Because from my perspective, they're easy targets. You guys, these flesh bags y'all are so attached to, they're not real. The real you is just, I can't describe it. Yoda said it. Luminous beings. And so I was like, I'll just vaporize all these bodies that are holding people back. It'll be great. And then I saw a pregnant lady, and I realized that this place is where new souls come from. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna pull the real boner there. That would have been bad. But I thought about it.
I think I'm the unhinged chaos god.
More like,
I'm the chaos
dang it,
itself.
Kali, who cut her own head off one time to drink her own blood.
Yeah, in a
Like
sense.
blood. Blood. Slowly and
Hey,
carefully.
guys, look at me.
I'm looking at you.
I sadly am not, but I'm also working on stuff. Before I have to go, so
No. Stop. Stay alive. No, why? So crap.
I think that's the only negative I have is like the need to just keep eating.
Yeah. I
I think
mean,
that's one of my biggest problems with like Minecraft and stuff too, is because you gotta eat. And it's like, we're, but I don't
Minecraft.
want to.
Minecraft at least has potatoes. Potatoes are nice. You carry a lot of them, and they're cheap to make. They have a lot to recommend. This place has help. Help wouldn't be so bad. Let me tell you. If it wasn't such a low-calorie food, or if you could scarf them down faster than others. Like if you could spam that thing and eat like 5 or 10 of them at a time, it wouldn't be so bad.
They need to remove the eating limit.
It makes sense for some things. Like, how are you going to scarf down an entire thing of spaghetti in 30 seconds?
Well, for spaghetti, yeah, but spaghetti also fills you up more. I feel like for lesser things like kelp crisps, which are basically just chips.
Yeah, you're thinking
You know.
exactly the same way I do. I feel like the value of the food should be proportional to how long it takes.
Yeah, and I can eat whole bags of chips just endlessly.
Yeah, and like I said, I actually imagine the kelp crisps like those seaweed things. Little 6-packs of seaweed, basically crisps. Really tasty, not a lot of calories.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm removing like the valuable stuff, like the
Nice.
shield emitter and things like that. Honestly, I might just gut her interior and make her just a big hollow chip.
That'll be easier once I have this. This chip can use the grinder. Really ought to have more than one, but it's taking so long to harvest these apart.
I think the hardest part to break down for me is going to be this thruster, which has all these thruster components, which take up so much space.
Well, that's what a grinder ship is going to be for. Just, well, I suppose I could just get the other one from the Sargasso. I should probably do that. It'd be a lot easier for you to operate some of Comet's stuff than a Star Lunatic, or Star Lunacy. That's what this new one is. I'm running out of good
Yeah.
words.
You run out of good name ideas.
Well, every one of these guys is. The first one was Star Folly. The second one was Star Madness. So there's a theme. The problem is
There's
that
a
all
theme.
the other words have They have way too many. They have too many syllables. They don't sound.
Well, you seem to go with all the chaos ones. Why don't you do the opposite? It's kind of like, you know how like in Super Smash there's the Master Hand and then the Crazy Hand? Kind of do a little bit of both there.
It's crazy hand.
And I will press the button. And I'm dead.
Okay, so that's all
Oh, I
those.
forgot. I was flying by my ship and I'm over here looking. And when I fly by, I see this hole and I'm like, wait a minute, why is there a hole here? And I remember you crashed into this thing.
Oh yeah.
I forget there was there's just like a single block missing. I'm like, why is that single block missing? That bothers me so much.
I think I dinged up. I also dinged up your little station thing you were working on.
I think you crushed one of the cargo containers, it was.
Fortunately, there was nothing in it, and I'm like, oh, that's not so bad. It's one block. It's easy to put back.
Yeah, I don't even know where that is now. I think you moved it, didn't you?
I moved it over here next to the asteroid where it wouldn't be a navigation hazard, and then of course I
That's
went
what
and
this
created
is? Wait, is it?
It's
Oh,
one of the
why
ones
did
that's
I...
on fire.
Maybe I'm crazy. Because I'm pretty sure when I flew by this earlier, I thought there was an antenna on the bottom. And I was like, why is there where's mine at? Maybe
We
I'm
got rid
losing
of
it.
the antenna. We were going to put it back after because it's only held on by the hydrogen tank.
Yeah,
So we'd
and
have to put it at the
think
bottom.
we intended to flip the cargo and the hydrogen tank.
Exactly, yes, because we both agreed that it looked better the other way around.
And we haven't gotten to it, but I think I don't know why I flew by this and saw the antenna. Maybe I'm just going crazy.
Hallucinations
I saw this
do
one.
happen to.
I saw
okay.
this one. I saw this. This is the one I saw. I forgot about that. I didn't know my other one was even moved yet.
I wish there was an easy way to just sort of munge them all together, like without having to grind them and stick them. It's just like sort of overlap them in space, and then they kind of fuse into one. But that's not how that works. Ooh, I could use one of those maybe for the anchor because on Europa, I want to build a big drill rig because I don't want to have to rely on Spoon to deliver ice. I'm gonna build a drill on
here.
Oh, the little globe. Oh, there's the chariot. Oh, this guy, that's the FSD. Yeah, that's why I say you should just have a small FSD on a rotor here. Well, because
Heck,
the
I'd
big
like
one.
this. This thing looks
Thank you.
Prototech stuff looks awesome. I don't know why. Prototech stuff just looks cooler than regular.
Yeah. I've been thinking of cutting those free and sticking them on the side because when they're on the top, it looks so goofy.
I don't know. I like them. I think it looks neat. Maybe but I would see being like shoving them on the side would make sense.
Yeah, well, they'd be more. The ship looks a little unbalanced, right?
I'd say you could stick them between the two hydrogen tanks on either side, just one on each hydrogen tank.
Exactly.
Like right in here.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking too, and I moved this warning light out.
Then you could do one on the other side there.
Exactly. Yep. No, we're on the same page there.
Our brains are sharing the brain cells.
Hooray! I love that thing where people are like, yeah, they have two brain cells fighting for third place.
Oh, it's almost finished.
All right. Remember to jump into a cryopod.
I think
Or a bed.
with the mare, I'm gonna just strip her interior out.
That makes sense.
And then
I'm
just
happy.
kind of create like a big hollow box.
I'm happy you like that you'll be that the big ship is useful.
Yeah,
That'll be
and I
different.
like the idea that I had with it. It really does have that shape of a fin in it. That's really what
Right. All right. I think I have enough points.
I love ships that just got that fin looking.
Shapes are so hard. Why? This is why the big rig and the jump pack. Although part of the reason the jump pack is so weird is she was never designed to do this. She's got so much stuff stuck on her now. Yep. Well, that was her whole. Yeah, exactly. She had hydrogen tanks and refinery because why not?
Yeah, you mixed a lot in with her, and now she's just kind of confused. She's got an identity crisis.
Gotta build that temple.
Yeah. I got so many little problems.
Temple won't take very long, but it has to be done. And I can remove my warships from the book. And I can start on either the Gates of Heaven or the Europa side. Because I'm a crazy space god, I'm planning to lower the beanstalk down from orbit. Perhaps even print it, sort of pull it out of the station in orbit. Because sure, I mean,
crazy. You can get some more iron.
yeah.
Every single one of us get the same one. Crazy
Yeah.
pencil.
Is the
And
only
I'm
adult
gonna
in
die
the room.
cause not hungry. Cause very hungry.
Yeah, well, at least this time there's sandwiches in the base, so there's that.
I have like 100 kelp crisps on me, and I hate that I have to eat them slowly.
Yep, exactly. I have them on my hot bar and I eat them every so often, and I hate having to do that. I just want to. What? Oh, that's right. Okay. Wow.
I'd say another good thing about this idea of this massive ship that we're working on is I really have all these massive stations next to it. And we have that Luna station out in the middle of nowhere, which is also really, really big.
They'll
Gives
let
me
them
like
station.
gives me a lot of Star Wars.
Those stations do kind of look like miniature versions of Cloud City.
Yeah.
We have Cloud City at home. Cloud City. I love that. Right now, let's try and pull this out of the well. No doubt, welding up another utility ship. Ah! Because once I have the utility ship, then I can build a new welder. America. First you get the sugar, then you get the money, then you get the... Or maybe it was the power. I don't know. I forget exactly what Homer said when he was sleeping on that huge pile of sugar that he got. Yeah, the sugar's got glass in it. They're just prizes. What? This is crazy. Turn down the gyro. Still just like you tap it and it rolls over like mad.
I'm rolling over.
Do a barrel roll.
I'm doing it in one.
Yeah, that's technically an A, but it doesn't sound as good. Barrel roll is like you're spiraling around the inside of things. Use that. It's actually useful, but not just looking.
This is how I'm gonna engage enemy. There you go.
They'll never see you coming.
And what's also really
Look
cool
like
is
this.
if I'm flirting with the idea of converting the ship into a venator, I can like make it so that the turrets are more built into the ship rather than just sticking out on the side.
Yeah, cute. I wanna guide this missile too.
Too responsive. Oversteers. Gyro. Oh, that's why. It's got the Prototech gyroscopes. I'm sitting here like, why is this thing flipping all over the place? Get large grid. Why is this called large grid? Okay.
Yeah, two of them.
Base cap use skin. Click OK. Not sure why this was called large grid something something. Hooray! Think Atlas 2. Nope. Oh. Nope. Well, what the? Why? Oh, there it is. Because T comes after all those other letters. That's just the alphabet. The heck? Uh-oh. Oh yeah, well, that's why I'm moving it. Oh, you just wouldn't be able to.
Hello there. I'm gonna hunt you down. Bye bye. Better in flames.
Fuck. we're a tester. We expose weaknesses in the system. First one's gonna be on.
I don't know, he's on Comet's stream. You die already. You can win this. You cannot. Especially when you are missing a wing. Send my regard to the grounds.
Oh, I hate this bug. Don't have enough thrust.
Destroy.
Acceleration is too low. The system just says, you're not accelerating. What's it just burning for no reason?
I miscalculated. Yep, he's getting ready. He will come soon. So if you wanna blow up something, now is your chance.
What's going on here?
Liberator.
Okay, none of that says grid will split. That we're getting rid of that. That.
Uh, let's do tanks.
Must have made a
I'm gonna
mistake in here
destroy
somewhere.
everything.
What's these? Why are these red?
Oh, no, 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 no. I know what this flag is
Driver
for.
ready! Loader ready!
Whoa!
Almost. So that's one three, maybe seven. Well, it's gonna hurt. Solo.
Steel. What's going on?
cannot repeat that thing. Fucking container. Nice one.
What are gyroscopes? Well, let's see what happens.
You can try next time. Ow. That hurt. You, why are you standing here? Over. You had your chance.
Here's what we're
Traction
going
place.
to do.
Prepare for engine start. Roger. Starting. Roger. Advance.
I'm going to. Hey! Oh, what? Never mind. Here's the back. Gotcha! Slap those back on. There. Show how I ought on. All back up.
Oh wow. Ooh. Welcome to Stalingrad. Ja. Tätä pitää kukaan tiloille.
Trucker stop. Well grid off. Well grid defined, I guess.
I saw it.
What other block is in the way? Oh, it's the plate.
And he's dead. I'm dead. Help, I'm stuck.
Ha! Look in the world geometry. Don't think your tank will be on fire, buddy.
I hate my teammates. They are so useless.
Mercy.
Воинская сила.
Losing. All his fault. Should have learned how this game works.
Oh, who is watching me? So he will come soon.
Hopefully. I don't like being unsupervised.
I'm supervising you.
Fair enough.
Where you think is going? Who knows? Hiding will save you. Come on, repair my track. I need to move out. Come on, come out.
And we have a law.
Why are my teammates so useless? course.
Spojenečké síly obsadily zónu.
It seems we have total dominance. Well, it's deployed.
Well, when it all went wrong. Small murder. Okay. Huh. Oh, small scale explorers. Okay.
Hmm. Ah, I think I had enough for today. But I will return in 1 week. See ya.